Hello and welcome to the show. Today I am going to be trying something a little bit different. You see, aside from, my obvious massive love for racing games, one of my favourite types of game to play are strategy games. I will admit I am not the best at them at all, but I do very much enjoy playing them. In fact, my first kind of experience with online gaming came from Age of Empires 3. Long before I ever did multiplayer racing stuff, it was actually from Age of Empires 3. And recently, in my spare time, I've been playing an awful lot of Total War Warhammer. This is an incredible game. I've spent far too many hours playing it, and I really, really like it, and I wanted to have a go at doing a video on it. Just kind of see how it goes, see if people are interested. And never fear, for we do have vehicles. I'm playing as the dwarves. They're probably my favourite of the factions to play as. They have all sorts of interesting war machines. They don't quite have the tanks that the Empire gets, but we do have some helicopters, or as I call them, the Wazak Hunters. There is a good reason for that. I'll get to that in a minute. But yes, we have got the gyrocopter. Because I have selected Grombrindle as my kind of main general to start a campaign. This is literally at turn 1 I've started this campaign as. Because I started as Grombrindle, we have got a gyrocopter immediately. We also have some Iron Drakes that are devastating flamethrower infantry if you can get them positioned right for battles. We also have each kind of general you select has 3 special units to start a campaign with. We also have some miners with grenades that can be quite effective at causing issues, essentially. Now, we've got to protect these units because they are quite sort of late-game units, or certainly mid-game units, that I can't replace for quite a while. So, we've got to keep them alive. The way this game works is you kind of have this overworld view. Now, the map is huge. While we currently haven't sort of explored, so we can't see, there are settlements all the way around these mountains. There are settlements all the way over here. There are settlements all the way over here. There are elves somewhere up in these mountains. Over here, there's some Empire chaps. Then all the way up in the north, there's some snowy stuff. That's where the horrible Norska tribes are. There's also a dwarf hold up here that gets screwed over immediately when Chaos arrives. Chaos are like the big baddies that spawn up here somewhere. The map's massive. It's absolutely huge, and there's all sorts of settlements around here. Oh, there's vampires in this bit as well. But we're probably not going to see them. In fact, we're not going to see really anybody in this video, because it's quite a... I'm doing just a little main campaign. It's quite a long game. It takes quite a while for stuff to... Well, for everything to kick off. Stuff is going to kick off quite quickly. But, yeah, in this overworld view, it's sort of a turn-based game. So, for our main settlement, we're going to... upgrade the barracks. We're also going to get a mineshaft on the go. I have got a couple of mods installed, one of which is kind of a rebalance to the economy and so on. So things like gem mines, gold mines give you a huge amount more money, as you would kind of expect. They're valuable things. But the cost of that is you get minus public order, this little symbol here. As that goes down, if it gets to minus 100, there's a rebellion, and then you've got rebel forces to deal with as well. So it has kind of balanced itself out a little bit. We are going to start with a battle, I think. The enemy is over there. We've got a decent army. Now, I could, if I was playing this sensibly, I would wait a turn, I'd recruit some warriors, and then go and attack him with overwhelming force. However, I'm not keen on waiting a turn today, so we're going to go and attack him straight away. Now, as you can see down here, we've got a little balance of power bar. It's still very much in our favour. We do have by far the better units. Dwarves are incredibly tough. The dwarves are incredibly tough. And the orcs are, well, the orcs themselves, the big orcs are okay. They're a bit scary. The normal guys aren't amazing, and the archers are pretty awful. So, certainly these basic ones, they're very basic units at the moment. So we are going to fight this battle. And we should, unless I massively cock it up, be able to take a victory. So, while the overworld kind of plays as a turn-based game, once you're in the battle, it is very much a real-time strategy game. We have got our units in not a huge amount. As I said, this is the very, very first battle. You can get thousands upon thousands of units. I think the biggest battle I've kind of seen is about 6,000 versus... I think I had about 4,000 in one battle. Is a massive amount of numbers. And when I say sort of 4,000, like this unit of dwarf warriors we have here, that's 100 warriors in that little group over there, all cheering and shouting away. There can be a lot of stuff going on screen at once. Ah, you're our crossbowmen. Right, shall we sort out our positioning? So this yellow box is where I can deploy most of my units. A couple of my units do have vanguard deployment. These guys, the miners, which mean they can be positioned further away, anywhere inside this white box. So we're going to stick them over here. We're going to kind of go for a bit of a flanking maneuver on the orcs. Our gyrocopters are going to be kind of a distraction unit. That's kind of how I tend... Not gyrocopters, sorry, Wazzock hunters. That's what they are. They tend to be a distraction unit, and the Iron Drakes I must keep alive and position them right, and then they will wreak havoc on everything. So, we're going to group this lot together. We're going to have our warriors at the front. We're going to put our leader, who is Grombrindle, and he will lead the charge. The generals themselves are massively powerful. Like, he could probably take out an entire unit of orcs on his own. Like an entire, was it 120? He could probably take out that on his own. We're going to use him to fight the enemy boss, because the enemy boss is also going to be very strong. So, yeah. Right, you guys, we're going to start the battle. We can pause the battle at any time if we want to. Not that we're going to want to. You guys are going to march up there. Got to be kind of mindful of terrain. While this battlefield relatively straightforward, I don't really want my guys down in one of these dips and have the enemies rushing down the hills. We should be strong enough to deal with it, but it's an unnecessary risk, and I don't want my Iron Drakes getting hurt, basically. We must protect the flamethrowers at all costs, because, yeah, if we can get these guys positioned, they will cause massive issues for the enemy. They look really, really cool as well. There is a way... Oh, that's not the way to do it. Oh, I've never used this view before. Oh, there is a way to do kind of cinematic camera. That will toggle us to them. Can't actually remember what the buttons are to do to get rid of all sort of the UI, because there are some seriously spectacular fights that will go on here. We're just going to move the helicopters up a little bit more. You guys, where are you headed? You're headed there. That's probably right. I'll kind of put you there. Once they are in position, we will spread. Like, you see how we've kind of got the different sort of sizes, essentially, of these units. We're going to try and have the dwarf warriors, like a line of warriors, to protect our flamethrowers. Now, we are also got these guys over here, not to forget about. Now, unfortunately, in an ideal world, I could have these guys hidden so that the orcs didn't know where they were. If there were sort of a bunch of trees or some hills to hide these lot behind, I would do that. But I can't at the moment. There's no terrain to do it. I mean, we might move them up behind this hill, but they already know where we are. Yeah, they can just do their thing. I'm surprised the orcs aren't actually doing anything to move against us at the moment. They're kind of just allowing us to do what we want, which is surprising. The dwarves themselves are, as I said, they're one of my preferred factions to play as, probably my favourite to play as. However, they are generally a relatively slow-moving army. Because they don't ride any animals, they don't have horses or wolves. The Empire, sort of the humans essentially, will use horses. The goblins and orcs will use wolves. Chaos have... what do Chaos guys have? They have, like, undead horses, and the vampires have various sort of spectral knights and so on. The dwarves don't have any of that, which can be a weakness for them, because, yeah, very, very fast-moving armies can be incredibly difficult for the dwarves to deal with. The advantages to them is that their units are very, very strong, and their archers are very good. The Quarrelers are some of my favourite units in the game. They can shoot from incredible range, incredible accuracy. Takes a hell of a lot to actually kill a unit of Quarrelers, and if they get stuck in melee combat, they're still very effective. If we get these, we probably won't get the Goblin Archers involved in melee combat, but if we do, they will die almost immediately. In fact, we are kind of planning on, because we're running these guys forward. So these guys are trying to flank them. I could have done with the miners being a little bit closer, because the miners have got a big old run here. Run! You guys, run! Things are taking a little bit of heat back here. Right, Iron Drakes, cause mayhem. Grombrindle, there we go, I'll remember his name. You go smash up an orc boss. Look at the fire. They are just the most impressive things imaginable. Right, dwarves smash into them. Thankfully, now, that dwarf line is not massively strong. You go and cause problems. Yeah, you go chuck some grenades at them. Oh, they've turned round. Go get them. Helicopter, go deal with them as well. Alright, Wazak bombers, we'll go fly you overhead. One of the special abilities of my helicopters, this little thing over here, you can see the area that they're going to affect, so we're just going to fly them over and drop all of the bombs. We use that twice per battle with these guys. You are running in, pickaxe infantry. In fact, actually, you just go throw grenades at them because the other guys have fled. Flamethrowers are causing untold damage. Look at the roasted orcs. Run away! Run away. I'm not sure it's completely sporting to shoot an orc in the back with a flamethrower when he's running away, but I don't really care. It's good fun. The archers have run away because they started getting grenaded. Oh, and the other guys have completely broken as the flame. I mean, I can't say I blame you particularly, because that is... in fact, we are not going to end the battle just yet, because we're going to do a very, very unchivalrous thing, and that is show just how far the flamethrowers go as orcs run away. It's an incredible range. Look at it. You see that in a battle and you are running in the opposite direction as quickly as possible. I am not fighting that. God, the Iron Drakes are so incredible. They're not very strong if they get involved in melee combat. That's the downside to them. You've got to keep them protected. Our single unit of Dwarf Warriors did a great job. The Iron Drakes killed 95 units. 95 units on their own. The helicopter killed almost 60. Miners and so on didn't actually get into the fight quick enough, annoyingly. That's my bad. On that front, I didn't move them up fast enough, and the orcs started approaching in the other direction. Now, as we have completed that battle, we were victorious. We only lost 17 units in total, and they were all from the warriors themselves. That's quite impressive, actually. The orcs lost 216. Yeah, that was devastating. We get a couple of choices, depending on what faction you play as, what race you play as. These can vary. As a dwarf, we can either release the captives, or that will give us some money, but it will take a little bit longer for our casualties to be replenished, or we can execute the captives. That will give us a bonus to leadership for the next 5 turns. For this, we're going to just execute the captives. Money isn't a massive problem at the moment, and he has run off to his little camp. So that has completed our little mission for now. We've got another one to go and take back that settlement, which is what we're planning on doing anyway. So, Battle 1 completed and successful. Now, we're still technically within the first turn of the game here. So, we completed that first battle. I'm now going to go recruit some more warriors. We need some more. That's doing its building job. We're just going to leave you. In fact, we're out of movement points. Down on the left-hand side, there's a little movement bar. Tell you how fast all the units can move and so on. So you can rest there for a turn. We'll replenish some health with our Lord and the warriors. They'll be recruited. We will set some research going. At this point, I'm just going to go for money. There's a huge tech tree for the dwarves to go through. You know, we can have it cheaper to recruit units, left for melee units, cheaper to recruit missile units, or improved public order. I'm just focusing on money. At the early stage, let's just get some money on the go so that we can support a big army at the moment, and that's all of that done. So we shall end the turn. He has leveled up once, so we'll make him a little bit stronger, shall we? We'll go for some full plate armor, and there's a whole tech tree, and this can be specific to certain sort of special, like the legendary lords that you get, can have their own sort of special tech trees with their own various buffs and benefits, etc. There's just a huge amount of detail in this. It's the first time you play, if you've played Total War games in the past, you'll probably feel relatively comfortable with this. But if you haven't played one before, the first time you will play it, you're going to be very confused for a very long time trying to figure out what the bloody hell is going on for a lot of it. However, once you do get the hang of it, it is very, very cool. So, they're very surprised, actually. He's run away to recruit some units, and there's a town over there, which has left that one massively exposed. Well, I guess that means it's a new town for me. Now, this fight would be horrendously straightforward. To be honest, they've got no archers, they've got no range at all, so my Wazak hunters could just go and cause mayhem for them regardless. This fight, you know, I'm just going to auto-resolve it because, well, yeah, I don't stand a chance. So we'll auto-resolve it, we'll let the computer do its thing, and complete that mission for me. The loading time would probably be longer than that fight would last, basically. So we've leveled up. That's given us some points. Now, when you've beaten a settlement, you can choose to just occupy it, which is what I will do for this. You can choose to loot it and occupy it, which will give you some money, but it decreases public order massively in the local area. And at the moment, public order isn't great, and 263 is nothing, so there's no real point. You can choose just to sack the settlement, claim the money, and then leave it as the enemy faction. If it's a settlement, if you just want to, a nice cash injection, or whether you're just not interested in that area, just trying to defeat an enemy, you can just do that, or you can burn it to the ground. Another option when you're trying to defeat enemies, etc. But yeah, for this, as we are trying to get our early province under control, that's what we're going to do. We've also leveled up to the point where we get a special unit now. We've got another mission as well. Thank you for that, advisor. Oh, we've got another quest as well. That's kind of the main sort of story mission for the dwarves over here that we are nowhere near well enough equipped to do. You can do stuff there. So the Regiments of Renown, these are part of a DLC for the game. I'm not quite sure because it kind of works. It works in sort of various different parts. I'm not quite sure. I've got all the DLC for this, but yeah, these are sort of special elite units that cost. I don't think they're actually that much worse in terms of upkeep. They cost 700 gold to recruit, but they will be recruited instantly. We don't have any wait times to be dealing with. Is that still building? Oh, I wanted to get some more archers, but oops, it clicked the wrong one. That's going to be another turn. For the settlement we've just captured, I'm going to go and build a field because that will give us some population. Population is used to upgrade kind of your main buildings in various areas. And as you upgrade these, you get a bit more income, you get unlock these slots for more buildings and so on. So I tend to just straight away go for population growth. You are all done. Nothing else I can do on this turn, so we're going to end it. Oh, you've got a skill point. We'll go down here with the next one. I kind of tried to open up all of these trees to begin with and then figure out what I need at the various time. So that's given us 20% more income from trade. There's a whole diplomacy thing as well that we're not going to get into at the moment because I want to go and kill some more orcs, basically. Right, so they are over there. Greenskins have confederated with somebody. Oh, one of the special abilities of Grombrindle is that you get, every so often you get to choose a perk that will last for 25 turns. So we can have this particular one that is going to give us, it improves research rates, it makes upkeep cheaper and buildings cheaper. So kind of an economy one, you can make Grombrindle himself much stronger, so that'll be your general much, much tougher in a fight, so melee attack, massive defense and a lot of more weapon strength. There is a protection one that improves public order, casualty replenishment, reduction in corruption, but we haven't got to worry about that at the moment. Or there is a strength one that makes your units better. So we can have, general much better or units much better. At the moment, I'm just going to go for the economy one because, again, we're starting out. I want to get a solid economy to begin with. That's where our focus is in the early game. At least that's how I play it as. Whether that's how everyone else does or not, I don't know, but that is how I'm going to play it as. Right, I think we can go and take Mount Squighorn. I want Mount Squighorn. We shall go over there and attack it. Now, because he has got this little army over there, he will have reinforcements in this battle. But if we go into garrison details, we can see Mount Squighorn hardly has very many troops there. So we should go and I say we should go steamroll it. This might be a little bit more of a... It should be a slightly tougher battle, but we do have a lot more... I say a slightly tougher battle. Most of his army is dead, so they're not going to last very long. We will go and fight this one, and we will have fun setting fire to more orcs, I think. Well, we have an interesting, very, very sparse battlefield to fight on. There's like not a single tree... Is there There is not a single tree in sight on this battlefield. I'll say that. Okay, I lied. There's some trees over here, but they're not really going to be where the battle is. So, the enemy is going to have these reinforcements that are coming from the side to defend. I don't really know where their main army is. It's kind of hidden somewhere. We're not really going to worry about the main army. I don't want to worry about the main army. The main army is actually probably the tougher of the two, because the reinforcements are just the half-dead army. Right, let's go put you back there. We will go and form you lot up. We'll have the melee units at the front, of course. Let them take the brunt of the attack. I'm thinking... My plan is, if we're not going to bother with the Vanguard deployment at the moment, although I have a cheeky idea. so we can deploy the... This is really arseholey, but it could be quite funny. The miners might get into trouble in this one, I'll be honest. Oh, no, wait, we want melees at the front again. Alright, right, I've managed to slightly cock this up with the way that I've been selecting stuff, but never mind, it's all in. Right, the miners are going to grenade the reinforcements as soon as they arrive and then run away really quickly. Helicopters are going to have to get up there to support really fast. Go on, helicopter. Right, you guys, throw some grenades at the baddies and then run away. Can you... Oh, I've got to wait a little. There we go. Right, throw grenades and then run away like mad. The ambush tactic hasn't quite worked because the stuff hasn't really appeared where I'd hoped it would. Go on, throw grenades. Come on, do it. Get those grenades in. You, helicopter, go and take out the archers. Come on, where are the grenades? I want to see explosions and more fiery orcs. Fiery orcs are a good thing. Come on, miners. What are you doing? Throw. There we go. Go on, chuck it. That's the ticket. Many fiery orcs. Now, run away, because the archers will tear you to shreds. And helicopter, I hope you're doing some good over there. Wow, did I only kill, like, 3 orcs? I killed, yeah, 3. A few fell over. God damn it. That was not as effective as I had hoped. Right, you guys are... are getting into a position of sorts. The Iron Drakes, we'll worry about them later. Miners are going to come back. That was a bit of a... That was a cheeky tactic. I'm really surprised the archers didn't tear the miners to shreds when they saw what was going on. Yeah, the AI can be a little bit derpy. Go on, helicopters. You just harass the archers while they're trying to get into position. That works for me, really. Just continue. I mean... I'll be honest, you could do with some more accuracy, Wazzock Hunters. You're not doing a great job of taking out these guys at all. Come on, come kill some goblins. Well, you've kind of killed a goblin. Again, we're doing a good job of shooting people in the back. It's efficient, but I'm not sure massively honourable. At the end of the day, we win the war, so that's a thing. Come on, continue to shoot them. You might have noticed underneath the health bar, there is a grey bar. You do not have to kill an entire unit to have it defeated, essentially. You don't have to put its health bar down to 0. If their grey bar, which is essentially the morale of the unit, reaches 0, then they will flee. And if you can, yeah, it doesn't have to be, it can be at like 3/4 health and it can hit 0 and end up fleeing. So, oh, now we've got archers causing trouble for helicopter. Run away, because I don't really need you to be damaging. Right, our quarrelers can fire at some stuff. The miners can cover a flank. The Iron Drakes can sort of sit ready and waiting. Oh, Lord, get to the front. Get ready to cause some mayhem while the helicopters run away. Right, you go back in there. Fight them. Now, what we want to do is ensnare as many of the... Go on. Run! Use those little dwarven legs to run forwards. Go on. Ah, you've actually managed to get in between. That's good. Often you'll try to send your lord somewhere and then it'll try and walk through an entire pack of dwarves and bump around and get confused. So, I'm quite pleased that he's not done that. The miners have... Oh, they've still got blasting charges. Oh, crap, I thought they'd used all of them up. Okay, well, we will engage these guys. Go on, miners, throw some grenades. Dwarves, get involved. Get stuck in. Just to kind of charge you forward at the moment. Oh, go on, Lord. You can cause some mayhem. You can do that. The miners have caused some issues. Oh, the Iron Drakes are firing already. Not quite ready for them, but you can go and get involved in the melee. Quarrelers are safely at the back. The miners are causing issues. The helicopters have got the archers distracted. Everything is going well for now. Probably done with the Iron Drakes over the other side, actually, to support the, the miners, but they're not. So, for now, we're going to light up some orcs over there. Quarrelers, just cause some damage. Are they obstructed? No, they're reloading, that's fine. Actually, really difficult to see where the archers are firing in this map, because it's all sort of white. You can't really see the trails. We have taken out the enemy lord, which is good, because that will ruin morale for the... opposition. I don't know why my Iron Drakes are not... Come on, don't go into the melee, you morons. Go out of the melee, go behind them, and then set fire. That is your tactic. That is literally your sole tactic in all of this. The goblin... Or is it orcs or goblins? I don't know. Oh, the goblins are running. The orcs are not. There we go. Come on, fire. Get the fire. Don't worry about the goblins that are running through you. Just, there we go. Get some fire on the case. That's what we need. We need some fire. No, you're firing at just light all of them up. Light all of... Oh, they're having issues. They've got bloody... Our own dwarves are getting in the way. Come on. Encircle. Encircle. There's... Oh, miners are in a little bit of bother over there. We're going to pull them back. We're going to send them in. I'm too busy bloody micromanaging these guys to really worry too much about the other side that I probably should be. We are about to take victory regardless, because these orcs are about to have a really bad day. They've had a really, really poor day indeed. Yeah, just run at the flamethrowers. That's not that there's any good way to really run from these guys when they can fire so bloody far. Yeah, I got distracted trying to get the bloody what's it called into position. Who used all their ammo? Was it the helicopter? Yeah, the helicopter actually used all of its ammo in that battle. I forgot to use the bombs as well, but never mind. Flamethrowers, do you want to just go and do a final? Yeah, we'll let you do a final sort of shot. Really are. Yeah, it's not a good day to be an orc, really, is it? Not when the dwarves have got that kind of weaponry. Oh, did you manage to... I love how you've got your shield out in front of your face, because you know it's not like they're setting fire to your backs at all in that, is it? Nope, not at all. That's it. Run away. Run away, the lot of you. Our miners took a bit of a battering, but... well... Not too bad. I will take that. Not as many kills with our Iron Drakes that time, unfortunately. We lost 107. That was mostly the miners, because I wasn't paying attention. I should have had a proper Dwarf Warrior unit over there rather than just the 2 miner units. Slightly my bad. On that front, not the greatest of plays by me, but we've got such a massively powerful army that it's not terrible. Could have been worse. In the end, the enemy lost 943 units. Which is not bad. Yeah, 134 kills from the Quarrels, 106 from the Gyrocopter. Is a lot. Again, I'm not going to bother with looting it. There's not a... We're making enough, we're making more than enough money elsewhere. And that will be an easy way of doing it. I think we've leveled up, so we've got a special armour. We have secured our province. I don't know where the Orc went, actually. The Orc army. Did that bucker... Did we actually kill the entire army? We might have done. I thought it escaped, though. Who knows? It's run away. Either way, we've got Mount Squighorn is ours. We'll get another field on the go. And there we go. That is the... Well, the start of the Dwarven campaign. Very, very... I mean, it's been, what, 3 turns? 3 turns into the Dwarven campaign. And these games can go on for 150-plus turns, depending on how well you play and so on. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I very, very highly recommend this game. As I said, can be a bit of a difficult one to get used to if you haven't played this kind of thing before. It'll take a little bit of learning. I'm not the best person to tell you how to play it, I'll be honest. I get distracted focusing on the special units and having fun burning stuff when I should have been paying better attention. But yeah, I'm not the best at this sort of game. However, it is an awful lot of fun. Once you kind of get the hang of it, and you can have some crazy powerful armies and all sorts of massive scale battles. We've just removed some orcs from our territory for a little while, and then we'll probably go and kill some more. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.